Today's event has been organised by the Francis Crick Institute alongside Cancer Research UK's London Research Institute. The event is taking place in central London at the Wellcome Trust, not far from where the Crick is going to be when it opens in 2015. It's a chance for sixth form students from across Camden and Islington to meet and ask questions of eminent scientists, including a Nobel Prize winner. We've got Dr. Julie Cooper, a cancer biologist from the London Research Institute, and her specific field of research is to look at telomeres.
I think it's really important for everybody to learn to ask why and to learn to think critically about everything in life, not just science. I'm excited.
We've also got Professor Charlie Swanton. His work specifically looks at translational research.
Discovering something new that has an impact on human health. What better job could there be?
We've also got Sir Tim Hunt. He won the Nobel Prize in 2001 with Sir Paul Nurse for his work on cell division. Does a really good job of putting the kids at ease. He's a real personality.
It was a sodium nitrate solution, so it had to dry, so we put it under the grill to dry. It's terrific.
Roger Highfield is hosting the event for us today. He's a well-known science journalist and is currently the Director of External Affairs at the Science Museum.
A bit crazy, a bit out there, a bit unexpected. I think it's going to be really exciting.
And the first thing I want to say to you all is please use your smartphones. We want you to tweet away like mad.
Just wanted to ask if it's actually true that cancer incidents have increased in the population.
Watching the event take place was really exciting for us. It was the first time that we'd used a live Twitter feed during the event, and so it was amazing to see the kids actually making the most of that.
My question was like a last minute thing, as I just tweeted it when they said we can tweet questions.
Getting students to think critically and giving them problems and making them realize there's so much left to be understood. And I guess just to communicate the fun of scientific debate.
The message I'd like to get across today is that being good at school is not the be-all and end-all. Actually, being interested in the subject is the key.
Science is a very, very successful way of interrogating the world and trying to get a grip on it and knowing what's going on.
Let's have one quite topical question from Regent High School.
In the news recently, there was an article about a baby with HIV that has been cured. What actually is the cure?
HIV had several Achilles heels. I mean, that is to say, unique enzymes that it needed for its reproduction, which if you inhibit them, you can actually stop the virus dead in its track. It won't necessarily make it go away because it has a nasty way of hiding in the tissues. But in this case, the baby, as far as I know, was treated with these treatments, and it turns out remarkably that early treatment appears to have just got rid of the virus.
I was pleased to see a question about the baby being cured from HIV by using certain drugs.
Shouldn't we just allow our immune system to counter bacterial infections instead of using cheap antibiotics?
I asked a question about survival of the fittest and how we are using antibiotics just to try and prevent weak bacterial infections.
It's going to be quite hard to generate means through which we can get the immune system pump primed, if you like, to recognise those particular bacterial infections that you're thinking of.
There are a lot of black and white things to learn at the start, but the further you go into it, the more deep you get. It gets more interesting, the more you can debate.
There were a couple of really challenging questions, and it was really interesting to see how they answered those, but also the way that some of the kids expressed a sense of humour.
I've heard interesting questions and interesting answers, a few funny ones as well.
How did you become smart, and do you have any tips?
I'm going to be listening very intently to this, okay? I mean, Julie, come on, how did you get so smart?
Everybody is smart. It's a matter of figuring out what you're interested in and thinking really hard about it.
If you want to do something and you've got the aspirations to do it and you're prepared to work hard and you want a job that you'll enjoy, never give up.
It's sort of more fun and more entertaining when you really understand. And of course, sometimes it's terribly important.
It increased my confidence of wanting to do something based around science.
You get your questions answered by a Nobel's prize winner. It's fascinating and it's a good experience.
I love the quote, what's impossible today could be possible in 10 years' time.
There should be a general philosophy in society that knowledge is good and that we need to keep asking basic questions.